Alright peeps, welcome back to Fireside, episode 12. Let me hippity hop my way across this bridge here, show up on these oaks, and show you the big disaster we've got going on to begin this episode with. Look at the hole we've got, all our water's absolutely pissing straight to the back of the map, which is no good for any beaver. Isn't that right, Mr. Battery Smooth there? Now we're also nigh on 3 days into this drought, we've only got 1.1k water. At least this sluice is maximum priority in actually getting some planks new. And I never ticked this bloody box! Get ticked so these sluices close, and then when it actually gets built, the sluice will be closed and it'll start going the correct way of the water. But anywho, this episode is near about panicking the fact that we've got no water. Different mind, I'm definitely not panicking up to 24 working hours there. This episode's going to be a nice chill episode where we don't worry about the fact that beavers have got no water to slurp on, because we're gonna be popping in a temporary juicing station. That's right, 12 episodes in, and we're finally gonna give the Emberpelts some bloody juice. We'll start with a fancy pants ladder stack all the way up to this big green area. And since this is just a temporary juicing station, I'm gonna be using medium tanks. No large tanks necessary. And I've popped 5 of these tanks down, 1 for each juice. So we've got our apple juice, we've got our beaten radish juice, we've got our badtide bell pepper juice. And that's as quick as I can get it bloody right. We need to actually get this up and running because we haven't got very much water at all. But we're not panicking. We're popping some corn juice storage on the crack, and we're doing a bit of tomato juice and all while we're at it. Let's plop some presses down, at least as many as we can before we hit the trees. And there we have it. Our fancy little temporary juicing station. Now we are missing 1 juicer and the power source, but we need to chop down the trees first. And before we decide if we're going to bring the working to us down, do we have the sluicing? We're down! Let's go! We're sluicing it up. Back doing 18-hour working days. You know what? 16-hour working days. I'll be bloody nice to yous beavers. Now my next protocol is sorting out some of these beavers with wet fur. The Emberpelts hate wet fur, and it's coming from this leak here. So I'm gonna maximum priority this little layer. But yeah, now so we can actually get there to build these bits, let's maximum priority this side as well. I'm half tempted to maximum priority the whole thing now, but no, let's not. I think our next maximum priority has to be these bits of power and this ladder stack down to the other bit of water tank. Not necessarily because the water tank's built, because it bloody isn't, as you can see. But when I turn off build mode, you can see we've got a big hole in the path here. And this builder, if he wants to get to this side, has to go all the way around. Actually, builder, where are you going? What are you hammering in? Now here we are, we got the dream team. All the builders are here. What are you building, pal? What are you actually hammering away on there? I have no clue, like. You're hammering this, but no, you aren't. Too far from district, you're what? Alrighty then, let us get a single high platform. Please let me pop this on here. Thank you, beavers. Now that's a maximum priority number. So you can get round and build this maximum priority number in the next 2.7 bloody days. Look at the flooded industrial estate. Neither wonder we're not getting anything done. I mean, we've got all the builder beavers doing what they can do, like. There's not much more we can do at this point. It's maximum priority. You just need to bloody hammer that bit of wall in, beavers! And it's in! Now that took beavers a bloody really long time. We've only got 0.4 days left until it's bad tide. 24 working days. We're not panicking. Beavers just like to see the stars before the tide changes. No! We're not panicking at the fact we've got 18 unwell beavers, because we are well overdue diving into well-being and sorting out a bit of decontamination for these R0 takes the Phoenix essence. I haven't even went doing this route yet. So the Phoenix distillery requires the lecky juice. The refinery makes the lecky juice. It looks like we're getting ourselves a refinery and a Phoenix distillery right out of this corner of the map here, out the way, just in case anything goes wrong, you know. And that does unfortunately mean, Captain Scrapper, you're getting demolished and replopped over this side. I'm gonna use bad water as the fuel because we've got heaps of slurpage and heaps of storage for it. And to keep everything running smoothly, we're going to have a little bit of storage of each out here. A little bit of lecky water, a little bit of Phoenix essence. So yeah, now beavers, that's a maximum priority number if you wouldn't mind cracking along with that. And is this going to flood again? I kind of hope it does, but I also kind of hope it doesn't. You know what, MiGly? Why? Didn't you just close the sluice? You close the sluice. All of a sudden, the flooding effing stops. Tell you what, I am a special kind of special, like. But I am going to open this again, though, just to make sure we get it all in. Flood all of the beavers, get everyone unwell, so we can get maximum use out of a fancy new decontamination pods. And there you go, beavers. There's another maximum priority build for yous. And since we're to midnight, let's get back to 18-hour working days for a 22-day bad tide. Well, if nothing else, we'll be slipping up bad water for those 22 days, keeping our refinery cracking along and our Phoenix distillery distilling Phoenix essence. And here now, since it's a bad tide, we should... Oh, this is open, yeah? This is open. Okay, thank you, past MiGly, for setting this up somewhat correctly, even if you did forget to tick a box. But I've had enough dealings with previous MiGly to know we need to double check his work. That's closed. Hang on, why is it open? It's manually open. See, this is why you check previous past MiGly's work. He's a bloody 1. That's closed. No, 1 for 3. That's decent for past MiGly, that. And it does mean we can pop these 3 bits of dirt back on. Hopefully for the last time. And there's a little poop shoot out the back of the map, getting the bad water straight out while not affecting anybody. Look at all of this lovely greenery here, even if we do have a slight contamination and spillage happening. Ooh, 6 of 6. Come on, build a beaver. Where are you? I think I saw a beaver. There he is. Get hammering that in. Stopping the flood once it... Okay, nice one, mate. Took it to 99%. If I could be asked to find out who it was, I'd shame and name you, mate. But on a more positive note, the fact that this water has risen above this sluice level is really good. I wasn't sure if it was going to, but now, oh, away, man. Sorted out. It is maximum priority, so hey, we'll get to it when we get to it. Which will be a while because we're only getting to it from one side. Well, beavers, with your fur slightly drying, don't worry, it's gonna get wet again. An absolutely halt our industry here. No good whatsoever. Why isn't he beaver? Oh, right. I was like, why isn't he beavers up here chopping down trees? Maximum priority those ladders. No, we need to take care of the sick beavers first. 4k water. Oh, I'm scared, like. Oh, I'm properly scared, like. Especially considering I'm literally just pissing water out the map here. Sorry, the juice will save her. No need to panic. Once the beavers start juicing, they'll be salted. I'm sitting here wondering why this is overflowing here. Yep. This needs to be manually closed. I'm thinking, should I change at least this one here to be one of those flat top floodgates so I could control it with the automated floodgates mod? Because that would stop this issue from happening where we're just wasted water in that. And now these trees aren't going to grow. They're probably actually all going to die. Yep. But it's alright, we've got plenty more trees. No need to panic, you know. No need to panic whatsoever. Oh, would you look at that? The beavers got this power connection in, so these can start slurping up water when we next have a temperate season. But the beavers have got the ladder stack in, which means they can cross nice and easily from our here to our here. 2 contaminated beavers. Reet beavers, how are you doing our here? You got your refinery in yet? No. Away, pal, there's no excuse for not having metal blocks. It's getting harvested here. Oh, and half the industry's getting stopped from operating over here. Fair dinkum, beavers. Fair dinkum. So if nothing else, the flooding isn't so bad that this bad water here is overspilling, which is what was causing all of the contaminated beavers. Let's do a sanity check here. These are maximum priority. What else do we have that's max? Oh, yeah. But I placed these afterwards, so they shouldn't be touched yet. This clock can't be reached. This hoosh should be high priority. Ah, we've got nothing else that we need to be doing. Beavers, will you hurry your asses up and hammer this bloody refinery and Phoenix Essence Distillery in? Please? And it's finally in. I can't believe they got this in first. Look at him, he's just waiting again. He's just waiting for his bid fuel. Well, you'll get chock-a-block with bad water and charcoal fairly quickly, pals, and you'll be sorting these out. Are we doing any progress over here? Oh, you've got the floors up. You just need to build the actual decontamination pods now. Now, why don't we have ourselves a real casual, no panic at all? Get them built when you fancy it, beavers. There's no rush. There's only like 10, 12, 18 contaminated beavers taking up all the resources. But in your own time, just smash these decontamination pods in, please, beavers. Alright, we're coming out of this speedy up bit. What's going on, yeah? I've got 16 contaminated beavers. Whoa, no. No! Are you telling me these actually need 1 horsepower? 100 horsepower, right. I think it's best to cut my losses on these, get them all deleted. Kindly request the beavers to pick those up, you know, whenever they fancy it. We're not going to panic, we're going to take this opportunity to squeeze some cute little decontamination pods that are also a bit useful in this industrial estate here. You It's going to be so good. So yeah, now beavers, if you wouldn't mind real casually getting those in for us. And these beavers working at the dart excavator here will be very happy for it too. But yeah, now beavers, I really mean it. You need to smash these in with some sort of relative haste. Nae panicking, nae big rush, but sooner would be better than later. Oh, look at this, end of speedy update. We've got a beaver, an emberpelt resting and recovering. Look at him, man, proper steaming away, rejuvenating himself. I'm glad we're healing my beavers, like. I didn't like chucking them in districts to cork it. But one thing we do need to do, absolutely upgrade our smelteroonies, but not before maximum priority in this ladder stack and all of these juicers, because yeah, nah, we really don't have that much water. We still got 16 days left of this badtide. But before we sort out the metal production, we're going to have to sort out the scrap metal production. Let's finally get in here and get the bloody mine on the crack. And I do like the fact it tells you that these buildings are going to injure your beavers. So yeah, now 4,000 science points, crack that on there. Let's build ourselves a pathway dune. That's a high priority number right there. And we are going to be using the efficient recipe here. Oh, it's expensive that, isn't it? At least it doesn't take metal blocks or scrap to make it. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, I need to delete this bit of ladder here and replace it with a stair. I do also need to put a platform on here so they can access that little decontamination pod. Because they're proven to be popular little pods for these beavers. Are you looking healthy or is it just from a distance? Oh, just from a distance. Look at those bloody yellow teeth. You're not iron teeth, you're emberpelts, bruh. Well, now we've got this planned and ready, I reckon it might be time to jump into our workshop industry tab and unlock the large smelter. Look at how perfectly that fits on there. Canola press, get out of here. Smelter, get out of here. Oh, Divin, tell us, why wouldn't the large smelter take metal blocks? Why wouldn't it? It was the same with everything else. Repop the smelter on there, beavers. And then while we've got all of this nonsense cracking along at speed 4 here, why don't I take us on a little adventure, Fireside. More particularly on another little inspiration for the map name here. Now, of course, we're going to need a couple of detailers to get this little inspiration happening, as well as a real casual beaver statue run the back there because it reaches the path. But as you can see, I've not only reworked all of the tails, but I've made a brand new one. Now, this isn't an original design. I just chopped up the cover art for the song so it actually fits onto a beaver tail. But we've got our Fireside favourite detailers here. We've got our AM detailer here. I tell you what, getting that to read AM was actually really difficult. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. It looks good on the beaver's tail. You know what, let's find a beaver and hope that they've got the updated AM tail. Ooh! Oh, yeah, we're going. You got the old AM tail or the new one? That looks like the new one. Pal, do you mind? Oh, no bother. Oh, that's right. We need to go up to the contemplation spots and stuff, didn't we, about the campfire? Let's have ourselves a hippity-hop adventure all the way up the top. Oh, we can come through here. Oh, yes, I'm definitely checking these out. Look at this. Proper little through the tunnel bridge access to the hooses. Oh, battery smooth. What happened? You didn't get charged for working in the bloody refinery, did you? That's a dangerous place to work, unfortunately. We've got no beavers hanging about at the campfires just yet. But what I have been noticing is some beavers. Oh, look, beaver with the updated cupcake tail. Oh, come here, beaver. Oh, look at the updated cupcake tail here. Proper knobbing about. Oh, now the sun's setting. We should get some beavers coming up here to chill out. Is that a cupcake tail? Aye. We've already seen a cupcake tail, pal. I'm after a bloody... Ooh, what's this? I was going to say that's not one of our Fireside favourite tails. That must be one of these ones. Aye, look, that's built over there. We'll have to sort that out in a sec. But for now, I'm just hanging about waiting for beavers, and hopefully they've got the AM tail. Gang, get your tail stamped, mate. I hope these three are contemplating why you're on having AM tails, like. Get down there, get stamped. Oh, beaver with an AM tail. Yes, it reads AM. Oh, it took me far too long flipping images and moving them around. But look, it wraps around the tail and everything. It's bloody lovely. Let's see if I can catch a cupcake tail. Oh, there it is. The cupcake tail. Bloody mint. I'm keen to see these Fireside favourite tails, like. But first, let's dive into this mode and reselect the pattern on here. I think we're gonna go builder's pattern, just to commemorate the actual builders that built this bloody bridge. Either side of it. Now to in range. Where? Oh, mint. Oh, mint. Right. Delete these three. Pop our 5th press on. and a tiny little engine to power it all. You can see we've got 5 juicers, so we're going to be making apple juice, tomato juice, beaten radish juice, corn juice, and a bit of bell pepper juice. Need bad tide pop-ups this time though. Get that built, beavers! But in that order, please. Yeah, that order. And now we got some of these built, we can know what we need to actually make. Obviously, apple juice, tomato juice, simple enough. Well, so is beaten radish juice as well. But corn needs water, you see? There's a little bit of extra going on. And there's our last press in. Yeah, you're a maximum priority jobby, pal. All of these are, because these are basically when new water supply. Metal blocks? Oh, of course. Of course. What? Oh, MiGly, mate. Why every time do you do something like this? I mean, there's no need to panic. We just need to shift this stuff over a little bit so we don't end up losing access to it. And then pop in another maximum priority job on. Easy peasy. And something else we can do now that these oaks have been chippity chopped down. Gone into paths and structures and get a nice wooden path directly connected into the house there. So technically, beavers, definitely need this ladder stack here. I'll leave it in for now, see how used it is. But beavers can go up and down from within the housing estate here. Look at our army of juicers there just sitting fully stocked, waiting to get cracking away. Tell you what, our food numbers are diminishing somewhat and it's a tad perturbing to say the very least. We're at least down to 13 contaminated beavers. They're all recovering up here. Well, apart from one over here. Get built and get recovering, pal. Hang on, we're 56. What's this efficiency going on here? Now, sod this. You're not getting your bonus little decontamination pod. You aren't even filling up all the ones that are here. Where's the rest of these 13 contaminated beavers like? Where are you? But we're not panicking. We're just going to do a real casual speedy up bit until the engine's in and we start making some juice. Then and only then can we think about panicking. It's in, finally it's in. How are we doing? 400 water. 2.7k food. No, that wasn't even raw ingredients. That's actual food. No. Right, juicing stations. They're operational, yeah? We can get some charcoal in here. We'll be juicing. We have stock to make some juice. That will hopefully, if the comments are to be believed, save our beavers from this complete and utter lack of water we have here. You know what, actually, how much water's in here? Because we're not irrigating anything with it. Oh, there's basically nothing in there. Open it anyway. Get it out. Maybe slurp up a little bit of water. And I was going to say, if this power's connected, this laddie will start slurping up, but it isn't connected. We're missing a little bit of infrastructure before old mate's connected there. Morning, beavers! Get your fancy tails out of bed! Oh, blonde beaver! Hello, blonde beaver! How you got a fancy tail? I cannot see. I am in the actual throng with the beavers here, like. Look at them all go and split off. I love this so very much. But I wanted to get up here. Oh, I need to get up here. How do I get up there? Get on top of the chimney. That's how you get up there, MiGly. I want to see the first bit of juice be produced. Alright, who's going to be with first bit of juice? Bell pepper juice? Corn juice? It's all there. We just need beavers to come slurp it up. Like, we really need beavers to start slurping this juice up. And maybe we need to start storing it as well. Ooh, we do have the little tower in though. Look at all the water we've got saved up in there. Just sitting there, doing its thing. You know what, actually, how is the canal's water level doing? Pretty much just about to dry out, you can see there. You can see the edges. That's not bad, that, like. For a little leaky canal. Not half bad. Look at this, we got a thirsty builder beaver. Going to get a little bit of bell pepper juice. Let's click him on the commode. Thirsty bell pepper beaver, let's go, there he is. Thirst is fully satiated there. Proper open. Come in with his juice! He's proper juiced off, he's not, look at him! 60% on the building speed and 15% movement speed. Aye, no to matter with that. What about battery smooth, is he on the juice and all? Not yet, but you can only imagine what they'll be like when they are. We're slowly but surely working on contaminated beavers doing. We're almost in single figures. But we do need to do something about this food, like. It's a scaring is to say the very least. Ooh, would you look at that? This tree hasn't been replanted. What a bloody coincidence. It's actually drying out as well. That actually is a coincidence, but I did mark this to not be cut from the past episode. But yeah, nah, that doesn't need to be a tunnel. That just needs to be a dynamite. Now, I am also going to have to get beavers down here, so let's quickly sort that out. There's my mad little path round. We'll get to doing something over here at some point in the future. Some point soon, unless I decide to be a bit more efficient with what we're doing here. Oh, and speaking of being a bit more efficient with what we're doing here, I had a look at last episode, and these go up to 0.8, not 0.75. Get that little bit bonus height out of them, you know? I don't know why I didn't just check these ones, to be honest with you. Oi! Ickless, you better be going down all the way to get yourself healed at the little decontamination pods that are very expensively put in for you. Ah, I thought so. You chill with all your pals and recover. Oi, get back in there and recover. Oh, all of these thirsty and hungry beavers is no good, like. I maybe need to bring the working hours down a little bit, but we still need to get stuff done, you know? Oh, no! I was supposed to put the other press on there. Damn it! Look, you know what? We're not producing enough power here. Be gone, engine. I didn't want you anymore. We're moving on up to the liquid fuel engine. Double the horsepower on the same footprint. Get it on there, beavers. And yeah, now while you're at it, I would love it if you could plop down just a couple of big old-fashioned small power wheels. Well, I guess the next 7.7 days is the big test of the juicing stations. Is it Fireside's new favourite food? Or are we gonna go extinct? I tell you what, we need gatherers gathering the apples. We're not gonna be making much apple juice, are we? Bloody slop and straws getting in the way. Hey, beavers, cut these bloody apple trees down. We'll plant them when we sort out the bad water. And in the meantime, I'm going to pop a gatherer flag right here, prioritising apples. We're not even picking berries. I thought this was a gatherer flag. Would they a note? Swear doon like. Well, you're prioritising berries, but I want you built as well, pal. Well, at least the builder beavers didn't mess about. We've got the gatherer flag straight on here. We're going to be picking up apples like nobody's business. An old mate here will actually be able to make some juice. Of course, the apple juice tank's the only one that's built yet. Bloody love it. I was just relaxing, not panicking, replacing all of these paths that weren't wooden with wooden paths. And I thought, you know what, we're going well, right underneath all of these little overhangs here where we've got the blocked space. A canny little brazier. So I'm going to pop a brazier underneath all of these stairs that gone up. How long have these had no power? Well, I know how long. But why have I only just noticed now? Get that built, beavers, maximum priority. Just one log is all you need. Now, I was having a look around trying to figure out if I've got a grits mill around here somewhere. Oh, they look like that. I do have a grits mill. There it is. And look, we don't have heaps of wheat flour. We just needed the power to keep old mate running here. And I've got wheat flour storage and all. I just don't think I've got any bloody wheat storage anywhere. Yeah, look at that, 160. That's all I've got. Well, we're not using corn storage at the moment, so let's make that wheat storage, and then at least we'll be able to use this bit of ground here for something. And you know what, peeps? Since we're not allowed to panic this episode, we're going to dive into a big old-fashioned speedy up bit. Appreciate these beavers busily beaving about, getting absolutely juiced out of their minds. And yeah, now before the panic sets in, because I've just seen that water dry up, I'm going to go ahead and say this is an end of episode speedy up bit, and then we'll have proper cause to have a good old-fashioned panic for episode 13. But like I say for now, I believe in the juice. Juice will see us through. And since we're not panicking this episode, let's not worry about the fact we've got no water, lots of dehydrated beavers, very little food, and concentrate on the fact that episode 12 has left us with a very nice amount of beavers. And yeah, now peeps, I'm pretty much going to guarantee you that next episode is going to be Panic City. Toodaloo!